Continuing on GS250JP and Heels. And so basically what I did was I took on this image that I thought I needed and I didn't have, so that I can operate and function like my other friends and other people that I knew. And that was probably one big mistake that I made in my life. And it was, and that's what I did, and I don't know how long it affected me and stuff, but I did go to college, I didn't finish and stuff. I only went to community college. I went to like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, because I kept moving around and stuff, and did some reading. I met a lot of people. I met, most of the people I've met, they were wealthy, and, I won't say all of them, I met some people that weren't wealthy, but everybody, but what is wealth? You know what I'm saying? It is money and stuff like that, but still, they were all happy and stuff. Some were doing very well, all of them were doing well, some were doing very well, some had problems. I didn't really start. I didn't even meet a poor white people until I joined the military, and so that was my first experience with them, and that was when I was like 22. But other than that, everyone else I met and stuff, and I was just different, and I just didn't function in that same type of category. And so, getting back to talking to women and stuff like that, like I said, I must have been one hell of an attractive man for, these women to come talk to me, and they engaged in these conversations, and I listened, and that's all I did. I just listened, and they were like, "Wow, you're so cool," and this, and I don't, we might go out dance. I mean, I never actually. We all go out dancing, with women and stuff like that. And like this one story, with this one. Okay, I'll tell you this other story. It was in one of my older videos and stuff. Me and my best friend Daryl and his sister, we went out to a party in 60s hood, and that's for all the whole old schools. If you guys don't know it, then you better figure it out. And we were over there, and I think it was some club off the Shaw or something like that. And at that time, it was interesting because the style was pajama clothes. And you go out, and a lot of guys and women were wearing pajamas, and that was the fashion at that time. So, and it was now that I think about it, it was a pretty cool fashion, because if you go to a club and you dress like that and stuff like that, then you get up on a girl, it's like, which ones to get up on, which ones not to get on. You didn't have to do a lot of guessing and stuff like that, I guess, But my friend, his sister, she was on the dance floor, and he was kind of shy, shy guy, and I was trying to help him out with his confidence, and I guess he didn't understand what I said until after I left him, went to Hawaii and stuff after so many years. And she was out there, on the dance floor, and these two guys, she was in the middle, and they were dancing with her, and she had this look on her face like, "Help me." And and her brother, he was just, he wasn't even paying attention to his sister. And when I go out, I always make sure I look after the women that I'm with and stuff. So I walked over to her while they were dancing. It was funny, I walked over to her while they were dancing and said, "Hey, you okay?" And she was like, "No, I don't want to dance." And I was like, "Okay." And I said, "Well, one of you guys gonna have to step off." And they got angry at me, and I'm in somebody else's hood, talking crap. I ain't even got a weapon or nothing, right? Because I didn't ever carry weapons in the States and stuff, because my conversation was my weapon and stuff. And they said, "Get out of here," da da da. I said, "Well, this is my sister." I always called her my little sister. And they said, "Well, we don't care," da da. So I just grabbed her. One guy, I guess he, I don't know what he did. I don't think he grabbed her. He must have grabbed me, because had he grabbed her, I probably would have punched him. But I guess he grabbed me, and I'm tolerant when people touch me, so I wasn't worried about that. And I said, "Listen, she don't want to dance with you, so we're gonna go." And I said, "Let me go." And he took his arm off, and they started talking crap. So they left and walked outside. I don't know, I guess what they were doing. So I walked over to my friend. I said, "Come on, let's go." And he was like, "What?" And and he had blood too. So we were both like fell in the bad neighborhoods and stuff like that. Not saying that anything would have happened or something, because back then gangbanging wasn't as bad as it had developed into and stuff. But a lot of stuff was going on. But he kept saying, why? I'm saying, man, let's go. I'll tell you later, because I didn't have time to sit there and explain things to him, because I didn't know if the guys were going out there to get some weapons or not. So it took me like a good 3 minutes to get him out. I just grabbed him, grabbed her, because I was stronger than him anyway. I just pulled them out and stuff, And we had left and got in the car, and I just told him to drive, just go home. So he went towards his house and stuff like that too. And then while we were in the car, then I told him what happened. And then he was like, "Oh my God, I wasn't paying attention." I said, "No, man." I said, "Man, you go out with your little sister, man. You gotta pay attention. You babysit." So, because I couldn't really. I mean, I was there, and it was this one sister. Boy, my God, she was bad. Oh my God, she was bad. And me and her was like, "Dang, these idiots." Wow, you see that car right there? He just got right up on me and then made a right turn and turned again. Ooh, they got a kitty over there, if you guys can see. But anyway, so I said, yeah, you gotta watch your little sister. But I was on this one sister. God, she was bad. I was talking to her and stuff, But then when I saw that, I had to, because I think I was on the dance floor actually when that happened. So I had to stop talking to her, and we had bumped out. I didn't get a number or stuff like that. But she went back and told her mother what happened and said that she always felt safe being with me, And it wasn't even, people could say, I had confidence, that's why I talk. And it wasn't even, I didn't think about no confidence, nothing. All I saw was a situation where my little sister was uncomfortable in, and I walked over there and I got her out of it. And then when them guys walked out, then common sense says, hey, you don't have enough defenses to stop whatever onslaught that might come if they're going to do anything. So leave. And that was it. And it had nothing to do with confidence of, because I'm not going to pump myself up, and go challenge two grown men, that, we were like in our 20s, but still they were grown men. Challenge two grown men in their hood, or I think it was their hood anyway. And, they probably got friends, but which they probably didn't, since, they didn't do anything, because if I would have friends and that would happen, I just would have, whistle, yo, come here, my friends would came up, we would have, had it been the opposite way, I would have got beat down, that's the way I always thought, it wasn't about no confidence. It was a situation that needed to be dealt with. And I dealt with it with not confidence. Ooh, it looked like something's burning over there. It wasn't with no confidence or anything like that. It was just straight skill. I went over there, I helped them. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't even thinking about what they were going to do or anything. I just went. My priority was to get her out of danger. And then once she was out of danger, my second, this is the, Wakayama Castle. They got a castle out there. Wow, this is a beautiful view. And it's snowing. I know you guys. Of course, it's a good view. But anyway, I've been up there a couple of times too. I went up there with this one lady. She was from Israel and stuff. And well, that's another story. Anyway, what happened? So, and then I got her out of a situation. Then getting her out of the situation, we all became another situation. Then we left, and then my friend, he asked me, were you scared or anything? And I'm like, you don't have time to be scared when you have a situation. You have to do things. When you're in a situation, there's no time to be thinking. You should already know what you're going to do. And you can't, you just can't think. You have to act. And it's not about no confidence, whether you can do it or not. You either know you can do it, or you don't know you can do it, or you go as far as you can, and then afterwards you got to improvise or whatever. But all this thinking about, well, if I got, I wasn't thinking, well, I'm tall, I got confidence, I can walk over there, and take my sister from the guys and not worrying about them beating me up and shooting me and all that. I got confidence, I could do this. Hey, I could do this. you know, and then walk over there, yo man, what's up? I didn't do nothing. I walked over there, I ain't say nothing to them. You know, it's like, I asked her, she said she was in a situation. I said she got to go. I said, come on, let's go. And they blah, 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 blah. And I just told them what I had to say, you know, and I wasn't threatening them. I wasn't yelling. You know, they probably, I don't know if they were yelling and stuff. I know they weren't happy, you know, and I just talked to them like I talk now, you know. There wasn't no confidence in my voice. It was just a situation, hey, go get your little sister, you know, and get out of there. And that was it, you know. So, and then when it comes to talking to women too, you know, there's a flip side to this confidence thing that no one's addressing. And that's, what do you do when your confidence, that inflated confidence, pops? You know, what do you do? What do you do then? You know, because you gotta keep yourself, you gotta build your confidence up and keep yourself going on this confidence type of a drug, you know, so you don't lose your girl, you know, and then and that just, you know, and then what happens? You know, all it does is just create more problems and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to say that that when you walk up and talk to a girl, like I watch his videos, and women say this, but when they walk up and they tell you, wow, you see that? It's snowing outside. I don't know if you guys can see this a little bit. Anyway, if you can, how can you say that? If you walk up, you know, like the women's videos, they said they want guys with confidence and this and that, and they say sure of himself. You know, I don't want him twinkling, you know. And I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? There is a difference between being straight up shy, and there's a difference between being straight up. How can I say that? Being straight up shy and being straight up, you know, just BSing yourself with confidence. Now, I'm going to say something. People do need confidence, you know, because it's like when you're a baby. Ooh, God, that dude drove right off the curb. And, you know, it's just like when you're, you know, when you first start talking to women, it's baby steps. So you need your confidence. It's like a bottle, you know. And then when you understand that, hey, you know, you get your nutrients from other things and you don't need confidence, you're supposed to chuck that thing to the curb. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, because, you know, I remember the time in LA where people were using, with that style of sucking pacifiers that came back and stuff, you know. That was funny, man. I don't know. Maybe that had something to do to it. I don't know. But I remember that time, too. But anyway, and then, you know, I don't know what happened. It was this thing in LA, too, where you talk to girls, and it was like in the early 80s, maybe. It was before I went to the military. So probably 84, 86 or something, 85 I think it was, where you walk up, you talk to a girl, and it didn't matter whether you had confidence or not. You talk to them, and if you engaged in a conversation, whether it was 2 seconds or whatever, when you said bye, you got to kiss the girl. You know, I think it was always on the lips or something like that, you know, and that didn't have nothing to do with confidence. That was just the thing to do, you know, and a girl, like, when I pretend like I was a twin, you know, your girl's like, "Are you gonna kiss me?" I'm like, "Heck no, I ain't kissing you." Well, that's what everybody's supposed to do. I'm like, well, I don't know where your lips was, you know. So I wasn't doing that, and I wasn't kissing none of these women. I mean, any of these women. So, you know, they kissed me on my cheek or whatever, but I wasn't kissing them. So all I'm just saying is, you know, it's good what he's doing in his videos. It's good, and you guys listen to it because it's good stuff. But you can't always depend on confidence. So that's all I'm saying. Now, the flip side is, like I said, you know, what's going to happen when that confidence runs out, when you get tired of being with this woman, or she gets tired of you, or some new guy comes around, you know, and he's like, he could throw it down, you know. He might be one of these new guys that all of a sudden got this big confidence that, yeah, you know, all they got to do is just, you know, just do this and pretend, and I got this confidence. And, you know, and it's all self-emotional stuff, you know, and it's, you know, basically what I'm saying is that it might be fine for you to, how can I say, use this confidence or something. But, you know, the confidence is just an abstract word. You know, when you're talking to a woman, you actually are doing something. You actually are presenting yourself, and you're presenting different attributes about I think that's the word, about yourself. And, you know, and you got to do that. And those are just natural things. Like when you go to it, when you're sitting down and you're studying, do you have confidence that you can study? When you're eating, do you have confidence that you can eat? you know. So, and it's not all about this confidence thing. It's just, you know, when you're talking to a girl, it's just practice. That's all. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to run into a woman who all you have to do is walk over to her and say, walk over to her, and she might get that eye contact, and if she's interested in you, then she's gonna smile.